My name is Joseph Buckley, and I would like to take just a few minutes to introduce you to a new online video training program we have produced called the Reid Technique for Child Abuse Investigations, Common Characteristics, Attitudes, and Behavioral Patterns of Child Abuse Offenders. This is part one of a two-part series on child abuse investigations. In part one, we discussed the common characteristics, attitudes, and behavioral patterns of child abuse offenders for both physical and sexual abuse cases. This information will provide child abuse investigators with an additional tool to help identify the perpetrator in child abuse investigations. You will hear from child abuse offenders themselves as they discuss and explain how and why they engaged in the abusive behavior. In sexual abuse investigations, you will learn what characteristics the offenders look for in a victim, how the offender will set up the opportunity to abuse that individual, how the offender will manipulate their victims and caregivers, and how the offender rationalizes their abusive behavior. With respect to physical abuse investigations, you will learn how offenders perceive and portray themselves as the victim, how the offender is unable to explain the injury and tries to conceal the injury, the offender's attitude towards the child who has been abused, and how the offender rationalizes their abusive behavior. This program comes with a study guide that highlights the essential material and allows the viewer to take additional notes during the program. And it comes with an optional test or exam that you can take that, if you successfully pass, will generate a digital certificate that indicates you have earned 1 hour of continuing professional education. We'll be releasing part 2 of the series later in the year. Part 2 of the series will discuss how to apply the Reid technique of investigative interviewing and positive persuasion to child abuse investigations. To learn more about this program, common characteristics, attitudes, and behavioral patterns of child abuse offenders, visit our website at reid.com. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes to listen to this presentation.